Welcome to the Chatt Up podcast. Here with Greg G, my man Larnard, as well as Chase Treen Green in the building. What's up, y'all? Can we go ahead and just do what we do best?
A little communal. Yeah, a little communal. You ready?
Oh, that sounded so great. What's up, fellas?
Very nice, very nice. Oh, we're chilling.
We're chilling.
Bro, it's kind of crazy.
Not chilling. It's a little toasty.
It is a little toasty, although you're in a hoodie right now.
I'm in a hoodie. I'm about to give y'all some buckets.
All right, hoodie mellow. Hoodie mellow right now.
I'm trying to like.
You look like LeBron, I feel like.
I feel like
That's
LeBron.
something LeBron would wear.
This is a LeBron fit.
Ever since your Instagram post the other day,
Yeah.
you just got you got a lot of LeBron vibes coming off of you right now.
I will say, I can't take that credit for that meme. I want to really bad, but believe it or not, joining us in studio is my girlfriend, Ashley. Ashley, hi, honey. Yeah. She's watching us record this.
Yeah, and my boy Turtle.
My
Turtle's
boy.
here. Turtle's in the building today.
I feel like this is a sitcom. You know, they had to get their,
Mhm.
their shine.
We just
But,
got a fake crowd in the back.
you know, but no, she made that meme, so I had to let it fly.
That was
Pretty good.
solid, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The dreads are looking good.
Dude, they were looking
Mhm.
really good. It gave me a good chuckle. You know, woke up this morning. I was
I thought
like,
you were gonna say something else.
nah.
Oh, wow.
We got a
Well.
little movement, a little shifting.
Maybe.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
It happens.
Hey,
Shifty and the
First time-
stifty,
first
man.
time-
Yeah.
First time I've seen Miggie without a shirt on.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's a lot of action, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's a
Uh,
lot.
Ash knows about that.
Sorry, Ma.
Sorry, Mom.
All right, boys, let's get into it. Last time we chatting it up.
I
No
see
pun
what you
intended.
did
Yeah,
there.
You got it. We were talking to our guy Brad Spielberger about the NFL draft. The NFL draft has come and gone. Let's chat about it.
How you feel?
I feel great. I feel freaking great about it.
Even with what we thought would happen not happening.
Yeah, we
Bro-
knew it wasn't gonna happen.
Who you gonna throw to, bruh?
Oh, dude, Alan Lazard.
Who's probably gonna be?
Christian
I don't know much about this guy. So North Dakota State. What did the stats look like? Was he dominant? Was he their one? I mean, obviously, if you're drafted that high as a wide receiver from a college that's FCS, like you got to be about something.
Yeah, I mean, when he had Trey Lance throwing him the football, he was like he was the guy most of the time on the receiving end of those stats and of those balls from Trey Lance. So I like that aspect of it. I don't know why his stats aren't coming up for me right now, but
And remind me who y'all got in the first round. It was 2 Georgia defenders. A total of how many went in the first round? See,
6, right?
I think that's like most all time.
It's crazy. But when you watch them last year, you totally get it.
I do get it.
I know we talked about him just for a few minutes.
Yeah,
Kobe Dean. I know the injuries.
bruh.
That's still tough, man.
3rd round.
Yeah.
That's crazy. When we talked about him during the fall on Feel Good Friday, I mean, he was considered to me and you our favorite player on that Georgia defense.
He's fun to watch, man. Like he flies on the ball, but I do think he's in a great spot. Having Jordan Davis up front again is never going to hurt you.
And you got Derek Barnett on that same defensive line.
Oh, and that boy Fletcher Cox.
And that boy Fletcher Cox is on that defensive
Yeah,
line.
he's old as hell, but he
It's the perfect transition. Let me teach you some technique. Let me
Yeah.
get you right. Let's cut some more weight, and let's see what happens. You got big play Slay back there too.
Yeah. That defense is looking better, and wish they got A.J. Brown too.
You okay?
Mhm.
I'm okay
How
now.
you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm going to miss that guy. Like he's the fun personality. Like he's got it. I know we talked about it a little bit, but I'll tell you what, J-Rob just figures it out, man. This draft. It looked really solid. I didn't want Malik in the first round. I didn't want him in the second round. But by God, what a good trade up to get that man.
It was beautiful. I mean, the odds at that time was crazy. It was like plus 1,500 for him to go to a team outside of like Seattle and Atlanta. And I knew Atlanta once he was in the 3rd round. I'm like, all right, we got him.
Yeah.
And they just didn't do it. And they chose Desmond Ridder.
And that was it's crazy that both of those guys, we were talking about maybe going in the first round. We were talking about Desmond Ridder
Mhm.
maybe going 8th overall even to the Atlanta Falcons. And he falls all the way to the 3rd round. I'm surprised he went before Malik Willis.
I know. But doesn't it feel like, I mean, in all context, this is where those guys should have gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in a normal draft, that's where they would go, and I'm really proud of the NFL teams.
Yeah,
They
good
did
job,
not,
NFL.
They did not overdraft this shit ass quarterback class of 2022.
I will say,
except for your Steelers.
yeah, I was gonna say the Pittsburgh Steelers. They reach with Kenny Pickett.
They want that hometown kid.
They just had to go across the hall. Those, you know,
It's gonna sell tickets though.
sure is.
It's gonna sell tickets.
What, for him to sit on the bench?
And his hands be the size of a toddler's, but hey, you do what you do, Doc.
Hey,
He's gonna be okay.
it'll be fine.
Speaking of receivers, I will say my most slept on, pick. He went high still, but that run of receivers led by Drake London, guys, I think Atlanta did a hell of a job in this draft. I really do. I'm super happy. I know I wanted Thibodeau, but the Giants were smart and they didn't listen to anybody else, and they got a hell of a ball player.
How sly were they too? They didn't say a thing this whole time. Everybody else had like, maybe Thibodeau. I never heard a thing from a New York City team.
No.
Well, New Jersey.
Yeah, technically New Jersey, but yeah, it is.
Yeah,
what it
you
is.
know what it is. You know what it is. But yeah, so it's like one of those things. They kept it under wraps. That's got to be so hard to do in the draft, right?
Yeah,
super hard.
You know what my favorite pick of the Falcons was?
What?
Arnold Ibikady.
Yes, Penn State.
Yeah, defensive end.
Freaking dog,
They
ain't he?
needed that across the way from Grady Jarrett.
Yeah, who
They
just
needed that.
re-signed
I
a
know,
3-year,
I know.
man. I'm super happy. Like I'm so much more optimistic than I was last week.
Best value pick. I went through this on the word with G, so I'm gonna go through it with you guys here. My best value pick for the Falcons.
Yeah,
Tyler Algier.
Yeah,
love that as the run. That dude is a dog.
He's a RB1.
Yeah,
like he's gonna be.
He's not gonna be right away, but in like 2 to 3 years, I think he'll be.
I think he's one of those guys. Like
But I mean, their options aren't great right now with the Falcons, anyways.
No.
I mean, Cordero is Cordero. He's fine. He's finally getting an opportunity to be put in the spots where he needs to be put. But you cut Mike Davis.
Yeah.
You've got Quadriallison still there. You got Damian Williams, Damian Williams in the mix. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a path for him to get some run.
And you don't have to force any of these guys into a situation. Like, sorry, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, you're going to get a lot of playing time.
A lot of volume.
But the rest of these guys, you don't have to. Like, Ritter's in a really good spot. Like, you can pay Mariota cheap for the next 2 years.
Mhm.
I mean, even when he hits incentives, it's like very low end. He might still be like the least paid quarterback. Like Ryan Tannehill, the biggest cap hit in the NFL. But, you guys have a really good, so I mean, it's gonna be a tough year. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this coming in. Like Atlanta's gonna have a top 5 pick next year.
Yeah, but you're.
See,
also
I
in a good spot.
don't think it's going to be a top 5 pick. I think their defense is much improved from where they were last year.
I'm looking right now, and I'm like, defensive line got drastically better.
Secondary's
Linebacker.
good. I love Casey Hayward.
Oh my gosh, I love Casey
AJ
Hayward.
Terrell continue to get better.
Isaiah Oliver re-signed.
Yeah.
I mean, linebacker was our weakest,
Yeah.
and Deion Jones, and we picked up. Help me out, guys. It's that guy. He was the fastest linebacker in terms of 40 times.
Gosh, I was just watching that today.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
this is
blanking
gonna
now.
bother me.
I got it.
Find it. I tease on it.
Either 3rd or 4th round. He was out of Montana State.
Troy Anderson.
Look at me,
Yeah.
Troy Anderson. Yeah, he was a dog.
Troy Anderson and D'Angelo Malone.
Yep,
Those two guys.
and he's from
Second round, third round.
Western Kentucky, right?
I don't know.
Oh, Troy Anderson. That's who you and I were talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, does have when you look at the ESPN breakdown analysis, it's very similar to Kobe Dean, like electric sideline to sideline guy, great form tackler, open space,
Mhm.
good leader, all those same qualities. So
And you guys got Rashawn Evans as well.
Yes.
Former Titan great.
good luck, bud.
He can't cover to save his life, but the effort is there.
No, the effort, he's gonna be loud. He's gonna get you like 1 or 2 nasty hits a game. But dog, he couldn't cover us.
Oh my gosh. Yo, speaking of the Titans, man, like overall, you feel good.
I feel good. I feel way better.
Okay.
Because it is one of those things. I don't think we didn't take next year's step forward. Like if we would have gotten Traylon, which doesn't sound like it would have happened anyways, but say fantasy world, which what I was hoping I would wake up to the next day was we got Burks, we have AJ, probably going to re-sign him. You know, getting Woods there. Like, it was all going to work out. It was going to be this huge step forward for next year because now we have a third guy.
Yeah.
A real third guy because I love Traylon. Love the pick. You know, hog hunter. He's fishing on draft day. I loved it all.
Some big fish too, boy.
Big fish, dude. And, you know, got a little swag suit going on. I thought this is perfect. But now I don't feel like there's this huge step forward for next year. It's like, I feel like we're almost in the same spot because we think we're still odds on favorite to win the AFC South or maybe tied with the Colts now. But we didn't move forward for next year, but I think we moved forward for 3 years down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree. Did Green Bay get better?
Sorry, I'm just sitting here salivating over what our defense is going to look like.
No, I was going to say, did Green Bay get better?
Yes.
Walk me through that. Why did they get better?
I mean, they got basically what Green Bay is doing right now. Their strategy is, hey, look, we got Aaron Rodgers. He's back-to-back MVP. And I know he doesn't have Devontae Adams anymore, but when he has a defense, he can typically win, and they can figure it out offensively. Now, I know that didn't happen against San Francisco in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Special teams let them down. Really. Mm-hmm. I mean, the offensive special teams really let them down. And you basically bring everybody back on the defense, except for Kevin King. Pieces. And you bring in Quay Walker and Devontae Wyatt, and you add them with Kenny Clark and Preston Smith and Devondre Campbell, Rashawn Gary, Eric Stokes, Adrian Amos, Darnell Savage, Rasul Douglas, Jair Alexander. Like, I'm really excited for this defense.
It's kind of cold when I hear it just out loud.
That's one of the best secondaries in the league, if not maybe
the best.
And their defensive line is just like, it's stacked. I mean, Jaron Reed is on this team, and he's not even a starter.
Dang.
Chris Barnes, one of their young linebackers from the 2020 draft, he's not a starter. They just have so many guys there. Now, look, I don't know a lot about their backup secondary players, but the starters
are awesome.
Are solid. I don't know about them. I don't know Scott Vernon, Sean Davis.
Don't know much.
I don't know those guys, but you know they've got a great tandem in the running back room with Jones and Dillon. They've used them in the passing game. Running game is going to be solid. They're going to be a run first team, and you've got Aaron Rodgers, who I'm like, he's going to figure it out.
Yeah,
and it's figure it out.
It's still Matt LaFleur's offense too.
Yeah,
like it's going to be crafty. It's going to be a little different.
And they got Sammy Watkins, so like they're good.
Tunyon coming back off that ACL.
Yeah.
Lazard.
I'm hoping Amari Rodgers can take a nice step forward, but you got him and Randall Cobb in the slot.
You still need a big body, man.
Well, no, that's the thing. Alan Lazard is a big body.
Yeah.
He's shown flashes before, but what he's been asked to do within this offense is just block. A lot of blocking. He does the dirty work.
Now he's going to be a feature.
Yeah.
I'm hoping maybe they can transition to him. He has to be. I mean, who else is going to be the feature? Christian Watson? Sammy Watkins for like 2 games a year. He'll be the feature.
Yeah.
Week 1, fantasy. I'm coming for y'all, boys.
You know? Mercedes Lewis, he's too old to be the feature. He's the blocker.
Yeah.
Josiah DeGuara, I mean, they need him to step up. They drafted another guy, Romeo Dobbs or Dobbs. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been focused on the Titans and the Falcons.
Yeah.
I haven't even really dove into too much of the Packers draft here, but
who had the best first round? I mean, because I was obsessed with the draft. I told y'all, like,
you tell me, because I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you like who won and lost this draft. I was solely just focused on the Titans and the Falcons and kind of what the Packers were
I'm
doing.
gonna be real, to keep it 100% a buck with y'all. The New York Jets, hands down, had the best draft.
They did have a nice draft.
They had a really
they got literally probably like 4 first-round picks.
Yeah.
I know 3 for sure. I mean, just home runs, like not going to miss Sauce Gardner, not going to miss Garrett Wilson. You said it earlier. My boy Drake London, I love him, but Garrett Wilson is for sure not going to be a missed prospect in the NFL. And then Jermaine Johnson falls to you in the late first. I will say, though, Detroit, the best, like, I'd say duo, Aiden Hutchinson and Jamison Williams, dog, that's money. So we'll see.
Maybe. I hope not. I mean, it is the Lions.
It is the Lions.
It is the Lions.
I'll tell you what.
So
I know everybody's talked about it. How the heck do the Ravens still do what they do?
Every freaking year,
Kyle
bro.
Hamilton falling to them at 14.
I was disgusted the Falcons honestly didn't take him.
Maybe.
Y'all got Drake London, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drake London. And I know, like, but how many of these good Iowa Hawkeye, big corn-fed white boys like come out and dominate and as an offensive lineman, and he's like supposedly a good leader, all that stuff, all the intangibles, like how Ben Jones is for the Titans maybe like 2-3 years ago. Still solid, really good locker room guy.
Yeah.
But they nailed that first round.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a pretty solid draft, but man,
Well, they got an offensive lineman in the first round there too.
yeah, Lindenbaugh, yeah, he's really good.
But I'm still disappointed for Lamar. Like, you trade away Hollywood Brown, his number one target. And look, I like, we talked about this, I like Rashad Bateman a lot.
Yeah.
I like Devin Duvernay. I think those are two good guys, but they don't have any legitimate proven wide receivers there anymore.
Bro, I don't like Hollywood. Is that bad to say?
Like, as a person or as a player?
As a player. I'm sure he's a fine young man.
I think he was a little overrated as a player. I don't think he's a great player, and I don't think he's a number one option.
Well, he is now. Sorry, DeAndre.
Yeah.
So did y'all what was with DeAndre? It was something about some like otter. Did I read that wrong?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't.
I tried to look a little bit into finding exactly what came up, but I couldn't find it. Like, I heard it was his November drug test. He was fine in October, fine in December, but it was the November test. Whatever he took came up positive.
Was he trying to rush back from injury? Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, because he was trying to win Miggie that $20 that to win that bet where
man, I cashed
more touchdowns than Devontae.
I came and went, boy.
Man, it was going really good for you too.
I mean, your household is just losing money to me left and right. MVP and you with the touchdowns to Devontae. Like, that's just easy money.
Again, that's not the paint, honey. Stand up.
She made some fire empanadas though.
Man, five.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
We all feel pretty good about drafts.
Overall, yeah. I think the Falcons got better. I don't know if y'all have looked, but I was kind of sneak peeking at the 2023 NFL draft because I'm a dork like that.
You are.
And there's so many quarterbacks that are just going to be available for the taking. Apparently, they have Kentucky.
Yeah, dude. I don't understand this one at all.
Will Levis is a top 10 pick.
Wow.
Not going to happen.
Wow.
They have him above Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce.
What?
Yeah, they have him above.
I don't get it.
He's going to be
Who's
a
smoking
catastrophic bust.
Who's smoking the pipe?
Yeah.
Facts. Yikes.
Tim Couch.
Nah, levels, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be
Smith.
up there.
I don't know, man. That one doesn't make any sense. CJ Stroud, he's going to ball. He's going to put up crazy numbers. I don't know if I'm sure they've got another haul of great receivers coming through Ohio State because that's just who they are.
Bro, they went 10, 11, and 12, man. Olave, Williams, and dang, it was the last one. Help me out, y'all. Olave, Williams. There was one more. Wilson, yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah, so no, Wilson, Olave, Williams. That's the order they went in.
Williams with the torn ACL coming out of Bama.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
If I wasn't
Detroit.
hurt, if I wasn't hurt, I would have been the fastest 40 time.
Yeah.
That's what they all say.
No, but that's fine for the Lions. I mean, they know they're not going to win with Jared Goff right away.
Yeah.
Let's get the guy with torn ACL. Let's bring him in. He's one of the most talented, if not the most talented wide receiver in the draft. Get him at a little bit of a discount. Let's go.
What was Minnesota doing in the draft?
Stockpiling picks, moving back.
Are they like, hey, we're just gonna suck? That's what it felt like.
I mean, I hope so, but like,
It was weird. Like, they're like, you know what? We didn't have anybody on our draft board.
Like
It's
twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
They're gonna
They
trade
moved
us out.
back twice.
They had like, it was one of those things.
they
Like,
traded with the Packers,
yeah,
so they can move up and get Christian Watson.
that was weird.
Like,
That's not supposed to happen.
nah, not at all.
Dude, if I was a Minnesota fan, I'd be like, what?
Who is this free safety that they drafted?
What's the name?
Kine?
Oh, yeah. He's from Cine. Louis Cine from Georgia.
Yeah.
He's good. He's rangy. He's quick. He's fast, but he's super undersized. I don't know if he's like that, but we'll see.
They took a punter, or they signed a punter, maybe.
Oh, okay. I was excited.
Yeah, I don't think they drafted him.
That is one team I did not keep up with in this NFL
no,
draft.
it just seemed like they were trading back and not really doing much. They took Ed Ingram out of LSU, an offensive lineman in the second round.
What was the shocker? I mean, I love the draft. I can talk about it, but like the ultimate shocker of this draft was what?
Shocker.
Come on, bruh.
I mean,
This is a family program.
They can't see it. It's in front of the microphone. It's behind the microphone.
Can't see it, baby.
Nobody knows
Can't
what's
see it.
happening.
Can't see it, baby.
Magic. Hand placement.
I mean, it's got to be Cole, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be Cole.
I'm gonna take you one better. Justin Ross not getting drafted really bothered me. Wide receiver from Clemson.
Yeah.
He went undrafted.
I did not know that.
He
He's
signed.
got plenty of injury problems.
He had a spinal injury, and I get that. But
Yeah.
like for him to like a punter get signed before Justin Ross, like that's disrespectful.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of these young punters that got drafted. They are pretty swaggy.
Some studs, man.
Yeah.
Dude from LSU, that kicker got
Yeah.
drafted.
Cam
Like,
York.
yeah, he's for sure.
I don't remember. There was some punter I saw that was on Instagram that was just incredible.
Matt Arasia.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
that's what it was. Yeah,
He's Bills Mafia now.
yeah, that's right. He's gonna fit right in there
Bro.
with Tyler Bass.
He
Oh,
tweeted
yeah.
when he got drafted, "I need a table." in all caps.
That's a man who understands.
He's
He
nuts,
understands
bro.
the assignment.
Yeah. Knows the assignment for
Yeah.
show. And I'll tell you what, Pat McAfee, Steve Weatherford, those guys are making punters some money right now.
Mhm.
You know?
Absolutely.
Punters are out there now.
Steve Weatherford, that guy's yoked.
Oh my gosh. And he's a freak athlete.
Yeah.
He's a lot. He's one of those dudes, like you're on Instagram, you're like, you know what? It's 6:50 in the morning. I don't need you right now, Steve. You're a lot.
It's too much.
It's just too much.
Steve.
You know what? I'll catch me at 2:00 when
Yeah.
I need that power hour. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'll see you in your 3-inch inseams running that 4-minute mile at 235 pounds, like zero body fat.
He's mentoring the youth of tomorrow, unlike your quarterback Ryan Tannehill.
Dude,
Who
did we
is-
see what he went through some depression after that playoff loss I
It was a
saw.
lot.
Bro,
Yeah.
give me a break, bro.
What
I'm
do you mean,
sorry.
give me a break. He probably, I mean, the whole state of Tennessee was probably on him
Oh,
with those
He-
interceptions. I mean, that last pass was just a horrendous decision.
Horrendous,
well,
bro.
first play out of the gate was horrendous.
It was pretty bad too.
But he said it's not his job to mentor Malik Willis.
It wasn't Brett Favre's job to mentor Aaron Rodgers. He turned out all right.
Ooh. Let me mic drop. Let me give you some love. I mean,
Can I speak on Malik Willis?
please, I would
have-
love to hear that, man.
I have a question for you guys. I brought this up on the show earlier this week.
All right.
And I compared him to Tyler Huntley. How do we feel about that?
I think Tyler Huntley's more accurate.
There's some weird, like, I don't know. I feel like the potential is higher with Malik. Higher ceiling, lower floor. I think Huntley could be more solid.
Consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Huntley's going to be the next journeyman quarterback who's going to give you 250 yards, 2 TDs, and 1 interception every game.
I want him to have one good Matt Flynn game, though.
Yeah, just to get
That
paid.
boy can get paid. Yeah.
But no, I think that Malik, it was the perfect storm because look at this division, right? You got the Colts, the Texans, the Jags, and the Titans. The Colts are going to be needing a quarterback in 2-3 years for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The Titans did what they needed to do now is to invest in that position for free.
Yeah.
Like nothing was worried about it. Trevor, obviously down there in Jacksonville, and Houston, question mark. You love Davis Mills though.
Who?
You, don't you?
No.
You don't
No.
love Davis
I don't
Mills.
love Davis Mills.
No.
Do you like him?
I mean, he's fine.
Is he the answer?
No.
He's fine for the Texans.
He's fine for the Texans. I don't have that sort of big belief in Davis Mills. But
No.
So I want to say something about the Tannehill thing, though.
Okay.
Please.
So I do kind of agree with that. Like, it is not your job. But, and I'll ask you that as this, well, I'll preface it, but I'll ask you, like, I think because of his struggles, where he's at right now mentally, and who he was a year ago, like, he's riding off this high. Like, hey, we didn't win, but I was the guy. I was the dude. And I had all these, like, in my city and in my area.
DMs. What?
Oh, hey.
It's going down in the DMs.
Hey, I bet Tannehill got a lot of DMs. From
Oh, boy.
Oh, the old DILF status, you know?
Yeah.
But he is in such a tough mindset right now that I think he would have answered that. If they would have still have done this a year ago, he would have answered this totally different. He would have been like your prototypical, you know what, I'm going to help Malik out all I can, da-da-da-da-da.
Mhm.
We're in this together. He might have thrown out a little joke because he is that kind of guy. Like, he might have thrown out a joke, but, I steal my spot, something like that. But this answer, goes to show you he is in a tough spot right now. He is in a tough
working
place.
through it.
He's working through it. And I'm happy for him because that's the only crappy part was that whole interview was all like 99% really good. Of course, we all
They're going to
focus
clip
on
that one spot.
And and it was a tough answer because I do think he would have answered that totally different last year at the end of the season after a draft. And that's what sucks, man.
They didn't talk to him about it. They did not consult with him. And my thing is what? After next year, there's no money on the books, right?
For Tannehill?
Yeah, he has the biggest cap hit this year.
And then nothing. Yeah.
And then nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking that's a threat to me. I'm
That's
not looking
wild.
at Malik as I'm trying to mentor. It's like, nah,
Yeah.
this guy, he's coming in to take my spot.
Yeah. Because as everybody said, everybody's like, well, what's the reason he can't do that? It's like 27 million of them. That's how many reasons.
And being honest, like Tannehill,
He's got money on the books next year.
How much?
Tannehill. 27.
but
Yeah,
after that,
that's
Cap hit
27.
is 36 next year. And then after that, yes, he's out. But he's got there's a potential out after this season.
Exactly. That's what
I don't know if it's a player out or a team out. It doesn't say, but
it's a team out. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's a team out. So
all right. Y'all want to transition to the NBA?
let's talk some ball.
Let's do it. All right. So in the basketball world right now, I think the big topic, especially here in the state of Tennessee, we're talking about this series with the Grizz and the Golden State Warriors, and there's a lot of talk about Draymond Green. And obviously in the first game, a foul that was on most people probably a flagrant one, probably not ejected. But Draymond, being Draymond, gets the flagrant 2. He gets thrown out of the game. He's hyping up the crowd. The Warriors come back in the win, and you're thinking that's a big loss for the Grizzlies. They lost. They missed a big opportunity to win a game without Draymond on the floor for 2.5 quarters. And then they come back and they play jaw ball in the second game. And they say, get out of the way. We're letting the best player on the court win this game for us. And he does.
Yep.
Ja has a great game. He's actually shooting the ball pretty well from 3. But my big thing is I want to talk about Draymond how do you guys view Draymond Green? Is he just sort of the ultimate competitor, or is this guy just an ass? Like, is he a dick? And are you tired of him? Are we tired of Draymond, or is it sort of like, that's Draymond, it is what it is, He's a competitor. That's just the way he plays.
Every team needs a Draymond, Dennis Rodman. I feel like I'm the Dennis Rodman of our crew.
Do they?
I think you do, bro. I think you need somebody.
Who was the Draymond on Milwaukee last year? They won a championship.
Bobby Portis.
No, Bobby. He's not Draymond Green levels.
Yeah, but he's psycho. Like, look at his eyes. Like, he looks unwell, my boy.
Yeah, but he doesn't play like that.
But he
doesn't
can
show that.
But
he doesn't.
But he's capable of doing so.
There's nobody in the NBA that's like Draymond Green.
No, I will say right now, Draymond Green, in my eyes, is a Hall of Famer, bro. Period. He can guard positions 1 through 5. He has won multiple championships. Honestly, should have won Finals MVP when he was suspended playing Bron. And I love LeBron more than anybody in this room. He should have won Finals MVP that year.
He is polarizing. But I think Draymond is perfect for that Warriors team.
He is. But here's the thing. Would we be talking about him if he was on a mediocre team? Would he be a Hall of Fame player?
No. But I'll tell you this.
No.
That's why he's not a Hall of Famer.
But the Warriors wouldn't win championships without him.
They wouldn't have.
No. They wouldn't.
Because you're right, that team is perfectly made for him. Where he is, he probably will be a Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think he right now deserves to be a Hall of Famer.
He's one of the best. If I'd say he's top 3 to me.
Man's averaging 8.5 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5.5 assists.
He can drop a triple-double anytime if he wanted to.
But he is the perfect example of...
But he's never averaged a triple-double.
No. But he's the perfect example of like the stats can confuse you at the same time.
Yep.
Like where Russ is the opposite on like he can fill a stat sheet, but when you watch him play, you're like, he's not going to win a championship. But when you watch Draymond and he controls that room, he controls that floor. I mean, he's the ultimate quarterback out there in a lot of ways. Those guys need him.
And he's the ultimate tone setter from like, the morale. Like he sets the tone.
He'll kick somebody's ass. Like he talked up to KD when KD was there.
And I love watching him play. Like, he's still, to me, one of the top 15 passers in the league, and this is an awesome passing league right now.
Yeah.
And he's that kind of dude, man. He owns that court.
And defensively, bro, he's just such a hybrid. Like, I love seeing somebody who can just defend on the wing, inside, bang, whatever you need Draymond to do, he can do.
Mm-hmm.
But he does talk a lot of shit, though.
And he's dirty sometimes, too, man.
He is.
Like, I'm not going to excuse it.
He hits mans in their nether regions all the time.
And their eyes. Like, have y'all noticed, like, is he not washing his hands when he takes a shit or something? What's up with this red eye thing that's going on with other players? Like, bro, are you boo-booing in your hands, my boy? Stop boo-booing in your hands, bro.
Is that a new play?
I don't know. It's like, I'm a boo-boo in my hands before I go play Braun because I want to poke him in the eye, give him some pink eye.
It's throws off the shot a little bit,
You know?
I don't know.
Look at these eye pictures. I mean, it's happening. Joker, eye red than a mug. Braun, James Harden. I can keep going.
He's definitely a guy that doesn't cut his fingernails, right?
Oh my God.
He's got that. I've been stabbed by those, like the pinkies too,
I bet it stinks.
He chews them to the jagged edge.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Remember we used to play this guy, I think he was maybe Red Bank or something like that. And he always had like the sharp pinky. I don't know if that means anything but
I heard
he cut me every time. And I was like, why do I look like
got to a knife fight right now.
What am I doing out here? And don't get me wrong, I don't know if it was
looks like a good date night.
It's to, I heard to split a blunt.
Oh.
Yeah, like a
Oh, really?
thing. Yeah, that's what I heard.
You don't know.
Nah, man, I keep mine cut, man.
Okay.
Yeah, no. But that could be him. That could be Draymond.
So you're really, he's not a Hall of Famer.
No. He's not a Hall of Famer for me.
But Clay and Steph are.
Yeah.
First ballot.
Like Draymond will end up being. It's like Eli's is going to be a Hall of Famer. Do
Hell
I think
no.
Eli's a Hall of Famer? No.
Do not slide that in this podcast, bro. I just got mad.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I don't think Draymond's a Hall of Famer. If those two guys were on mediocre teams, and Eli was on mediocre teams a lot of the time, and look, he did elevate his team's play to win some championships. So, like, I think Eli's more of a Hall of Famer than Draymond. I'll say that.
I'm gonna just let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it. Can I ask y'all something? Because I saw this. Is Ja too cocky?
No.
Is he talking too much? Is he doing too much? Like with Twitter, with just his persona? Is he doing the most?
Too much.
Is he tweeting too much?
Get a little too much. I think he gets a little
Twitter
trigger
fingers.
Dude, he's getting all kinds of engagement right now. Like, it's only going up too.
At least he doesn't have that burner account.
But like he's dancing like when the ball's being shot mid shot.
I mean, Steph used to do that.
And that's what I'm saying. Somebody was like, Steph did this and nobody said anything. Why are we crucifying Ja right now?
I just think he's a happy-go-lucky 22-year-old kid.
Same.
He's loved being in the NBA. He's loved being in the spotlight, and he knows he's good, and he's finally getting an opportunity to take over.
Yeah. Speaking of both back-to-back here, did y'all hear JJ Redick's comments today?
What'd he say?
Okay, so it was, I don't know who this dude was on ESPN Cast, but JJ's like, hey.
Chris Mad Dog Russo?
Was that who it was?
It was with Stephen A. Smith on First Take?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of this morning.
Okay, so it was this, I don't know what he said before. I just saw the clip of JJ, but it was definitely talking about like the guy, Mad Dog doesn't like Draymond.
No.
Very polarizing guy. And JJ, and so Mad Dog is using the references of like the guys that have been watching the NBA for 60 years don't like this kind of Draymond. They don't like this talk. They don't like jaw dancing. And JJ Redick goes, I don't care if your people don't like this. He's like, well, because of course, Mad Dog was, he's an old man. He was like trying to preface it. He's like, this is not a political race or whatever thing. He's like, I just don't like the personality. He's like, we don't like, this is not the way you play ball. He's like, I don't care about the way you want to play ball. It's like, cool, you watch Bob Cousy. Like, we don't care, man. Like, Ja is just a authentically happy guy who loves to go out there and dance. He's like, Steph does it. And then they kind of rolled it back to Draymond. It's like, you may not like Draymond, but guess what? He signs with Volume Sports. He's got a TNT deal. People want to hear Draymond.
Of course.
He's entertainment.
Yeah.
He's entertainment. And but But to kind of get back to your question, I think sometimes I'm like, okay, dude, just play every once in a while. Like you could probably take a few dances back, but I love it all at the same time because that guy is so much fun to watch. We were talking about it on the pod this morning. That guy, there's a lot of Derrick Rose in him, but the number one Derrick Rose thing to me is every time he goes up and flies through the air and does like 7 moves in the air, you're like, please come down safely. It's terrifying.
You remember he used to land on one leg and just scare. He's now learning how to land. Knock on wood, which is awesome. But I do want to know when it comes to Steph, we're letting him off the hook these first 2 games. And we're not saying how bad he's been this series. That's all I got to say to you two fellas.
Has he been bad?
Steph has not been good, bro. And he's getting a pass. He's getting a pass in this series so far. He is a fraud. He has been fraudulent these last 2 games, plain and simple. And we're letting him off the hook. I mean, I'm just being real. And also, Clay, call it, yo. Talk about it.
I mean, he made the game-winning defensive play in that first game.
I think that's a bad shot by Ja. I'm being real.
Why?
Yes, the set was perfect. Yes, everything was there. I see what they were trying to do, a little pick and pop with Ja, but like off your left hand, off the back foot, I don't know. I wanted a better drawn-up play.
He was trying to go to the rack.
Yeah, but he could have went to the rack with his dominant hand. I don't know. They forced him left. I give credit where credit is due with Clay, but nah. He has been a liability this series too. Jordan Poole showed up. It was a pool party.
It was pool party in game 1.
Yeah.
I don't think Steph was bad. I think Clay's been worse than Steph.
Well, they both have been lackluster.
Yeah.
Yes, according to their high standards, yes.
Yeah.
But this is playoff basketball, bro. This is why they are here.
Yeah.
And to your point, I mean, I guess you still made Ja go left, but they tried to do that all game yesterday too, and it just didn't work out too well.
Nah.
And
Nope.
I don't know, man. Clay also is just, he's still a good defender, but like the guy that you're like, okay, I'm going to go throw one guy at Ja, slow him down. And
he can't.
Dylan Brooks took that one guy that may have a chance, Gary Payton, out real quick and in a hurry yesterday.
That's tough.
And I just don't know if Clay's quite the guy anymore, right? Am I wrong?
No, I think Clay is going to be more of now an offensive threat than a defensive threat, which is sad to say.
That sucks.
Because he was the best 2-way player in the league. For sure. Like, when they just came to being offensive and defensive, just superstar power, it was Clay. It's not the case anymore.
Yeah, and he was also, like, super consistent, and then the injury thing. And I get it. I'm not, like, saying, he just sucks now, but injuries happen. Age happens. They're all in their 30s. Like, boy, 30s have really taken your boy down.
They're hitting us all
they
hard.
Have hit us.
Except for Miggie.
Yeah, except Malcolm ain't there. But Gino, on this side of the table, baby.
Yeah.
Backs, ankles.
I took a couple swings at practice on Wednesday night.
How'd you feel?
A little stiff.
A little tired.
Stiff, yeah. I was like, I probably should have loosened up before I took some daddy hacks up there.
Doesn't it suck the fact that you have to warm up just take a few swings?
Well, I mean, look, I had back surgery, so like
I know.
Normally without that, yeah, I wouldn't have had to take any dry hacks or anything like that. But yeah, they're not the same players. Yeah, I think Steph's been fine. He hasn't been phenomenal yet. But
Yeah.
Clay's been struggling big time.
And I just expect greatness, I think, from these two. I really do.
Yeah, expectations are still sky high for sure.
Yeah.
I do love Jordan Poole, though.
I do love Jordan Poole. Can't believe that guy didn't win
fan.
the freaking most improved. Sorry, Ja. I mean.
And Ja sent that award to Desmond Bain. Didn't even claim it for himself.
Wow.
Good call. Good call. Right.
Yeah.
Desmond Bain's been struggling. I know he's got some injury stuff going on. We don't know exactly what it is, but it ain't looking good either.
Is this Ja thing sustainable for the entire series?
No. I don't think so.
We're going to have to get Desmond Bain, Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson get in the mix again a little bit more.
That's the key for me. You just said the name, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah. Mommy, he was phenomenal in game 1.
He was
Best
so
game of his
good.
life, and they lost.
But
He was so good.
But then he does that Jaren Jackson thing where he's like, not even back to earth. Like he falls like 10 feet under.
Yeah, 12 and 10, or 12 and 7.
That's crazy. He either has 30 points and 5 threes, or 12 points.
But he doesn't do that a lot. Like that's not a Jerry
No.
Jackson thing.
But
like,
he could be so good if he just is more consistent,
well,
bro.
at the same time, like Ja's taking 31 shots. Where are the shots coming from? I know he got 14 and he wasn't very effective in that game. He had the second most, but I don't know. I really like Desmond Bane as a shooter.
I do too. He's automatic, but he, like C said, I mean, he is hurt. Something's off.
Is he?
He's really struggling, man. I don't know exactly what it is either, but you can just tell, like, he doesn't feel like he's a threat to drive the like off these hard closeouts. Like he's not just taking that one hard dribble anymore. And Jaren, the only thing about it is when you watch game one, how many of those like long threes where you're just like, oh, nailed it. I'm nervous every time he takes those. I'm like, I know he's a good shooter, but he's also a guy that's 6'10", wide, strong body, zero post moves. And I know like, the post thing like went away for a while, but it's having to start to make a little comeback.
Yeah.
Have a move. They're getting all kinds of little switches here and there off these back cuts. Have one move, dude.
He doesn't have any post game, bro.
It's a fadeaway.
Yep.
That's not good. Jump hook. Dude, just simple jump hook. I don't care. Just something simple. And he just does not have that. And that's the only thing that hurts about Jaren is like he could have so much game. It's just not there yet.
Speaking of post moves and big men, I'm going to transition away just for a second. And we want to get into Jordan here quick and before we get into some fun stuff later. But you know who my new favorite player in the league is?
Who?
He's a big man. He's still playing right now in the playoffs.
Hold on.
He's like a true big man.
A true big man?
True big man. Has post moves, doesn't shoot threes, is developing a little bit more of a mid-range game because he plays with the mid-range king.
DeAndre Ayton?
Bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As a former big man myself in, a smaller high school, I'm just a sucker for an old school big man. And I know you know what I'm talking about.
I feel you, dog.
Somebody who has some post moves. He's developing a little bit of a jump shot. Like he's not a liability offensively. And it's nice to see his game really growing as a professional.
Yeah.
He's smooth, isn't he?
He is smooth. I mean, he's always going to have that flack of being in the Luka #1 conversation year. But, dude, I love Ayton. I love exactly what he is for them. And now, and I know JaVale McGee's JaVale McGee, but, like, it's nice that Ayton get a breather for a little while.
I like the Suns team. I'm just wondering what they're missing because something's going to go wrong. And I'm trying to figure out where it's going to go wrong at. Like, they're deep everywhere. They should clearly be the favorite for winning it all.
Is it Chris Paul?
I just don't trust Chris Paul, man.
Point fraud?
I've been just burnt so many times. Like, he's going to do something that is going to kill this team. But then I say that, and then he went 14 for 14 a few nights ago, 30-plus points.
He's done really well. He's played hard, man. He's also a part of all the development going on in that team.
A lot of people
all attribute to him.
But can he win a championship?
With this team, he should.
And if he doesn't, he's going to be the biggest fraud in the NBA.
It's done. His legacy is done. Like, written if he does not win a championship this year. It's a wrap.
If he gets hurt too, that might be even worse for him.
Oh, for sure.
If he gets hurt. But if he doesn't, they should be able to, man. Like Chris looks good. Chris looks really good in some games. Other games, I know he's faltered a little bit, but so is everybody else in this playoffs. I don't know, man. Ayton feels like him making that extra step, Bridges making that extra step, Booker's making tiny steps, but he was already up at the level where you were good with it. But these guys, now I'm like, dang, the Suns are so good. And I don't know if Golden State can hang, or I don't know if Memphis can hang.
I think Memphis can hang.
I think both teams can hang. I think both teams can hang.
We'll see.
By the way, I'm looking at that 2018 draft. Man.
Read it out.
DeAndre Ayton, #1.
Okay.
Marvin Bagley.
Jesus Christ.
#2, Kings. Good job, Kings.
Oh, my God.
Nailed it.
Luka to the Hawks, which didn't end up happening, which I know still hurts. Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., 4th overall to the Memphis Grizzlies. Trae Young to your Dallas Mavericks now. Your Atlanta Hawks.
Still love him.
Mo Bamba with the 6th overall pick to the Magic.
Getting better. 3-point shooter, baby.
I mean, he is so polarizing as a player, bro.
He's a monster, but he's not very good.
What's like going on there, bro?
7, Wendell Carter Jr.
Nice.
The Bulls.
Yeah, he's a baller.
Colin Sexton to the Cavs.
What are they going to do there? We need to talk about that some other time, but it's a lot going on in Cleveland.
Here's the steal of the draft at number 9.
Who?
Your boy, Kevin Knox to the New York Knicks.
Man, what a steal. I think he's playing the G League for Atlanta right now.
I think so, bro.
He's down there in where are they at? What's in South Atlanta?
College Park.
College Park, yeah.
Coach Cal was hyping him up so bad out of college.
It was horrible.
Oh. And I liked him. I was like, he'll be at least a solid player in the NBA.
Nope.
It's a no for me, dog.
Get these boys paid.
Number 10, Mikhail Bridges to Philadelphia.
Dang.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Love that boy at 11.
SGA is for real, bro.
Yeah, I like Shai.
Yeah.
Cold.
He just stuck out there in Oklahoma City.
I mean, it's a cold world out there in OKC.
Yeah. Miles Bridges at 12 to the Clippers.
Dang.
Jerome Robinson to the Clippers from Boston College?
Bro, who is Jerome
What?
Robinson, bro?
See,
I don't know.
I think this is just a blind guess, but I'm sure he was a super stat filler short guard.
I don't know.
Was he a little guard? Is he guard?
I can't tell.
Oh, I didn't know if he had like a little G next to him.
No, there's nothing on here. Michael Porter Jr. was 14.
It's because of that back.
Yeah. He's going to be a number 2 or 3 pick.
Yeah.
Troy Brown Jr., 15 to the Washington Wizards. Zaire Smith, 16 to the Suns. Dante DiVincenzo, 17 to the Bucks. Lonnie Walker, 18 to the Spurs.
Solid.
Your boy Kevin Huerter, 19 to the Hawks.
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet, baby.
Dude, Hannah was a huge fan because you were a huge fan of Red Velvet. So if we were at the game, she was like, Red Velvet. So I think she knew. She was like, who's Trey again?
Yeah, it was Ice Trey?
Yeah. What does it mean? What does it mean?
Oh
Where does the ice
God.
thing come from? I don't get it.
Red Velvet, my boy.
We learned a lot about basketball that day. It was a great day.
Yeah. Grayson Allen was in there, the Utah Jazz from Duke. Some other notable ones. Anthony Simmons to the Portland Trailblazers out of IMG College Academy.
Yeah.
Landry Shamet. Robert Williams to the Celtics.
A&M.
Yep.
Man, how about
Jalen Brunson.
How about Boston bouncing back too?
Devontae Graham.
Bro.
Mitchell Robinson was in that class. We got a better pick at whatever this was late in the draft than they have Kevin Knox.
Yep.
Gary Trent Jr.
Swing and a miss.
Gary Trent?
No, I'm saying Kevin Knox.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Jared Vanderbilt was in this. Bruce Brown.
Some good quality players.
Yeah, like talking DeAnthony Melton, who I wanted to talk about. His fingerprints have been all over that series. He's been all over the place.
He's been lights out from 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, CG.
Shake Milton. Hold on, let me just finish here. I'm almost at the end of it.
We just ran through the 2018 NBA draft, baby.
Okay, good. Done. Nothing else. Proceed.
You said in terms of Boston making their mark, I thought they were going to get swept after game 1, which I think everybody in America did.
I think you said it best on the Takeover pod. You were like, all right, let's overreact. Everybody overreact.
Yep.
We're going to do it.
Somebody said that, I saw a meme, it was of Jaylen Brown, and it was like, they just said you're Khalid with a Gold's Gym membership. And that's why he played ball the way he played ball. He kind of looks like Khalid, y'all.
I got to look at this.
Yeah, but Jaylen Brown has never played professional basketball the way he played the other night. He's amazing. I will say, though, FanDuel, they are some crooks, guys.
Why?
I'm putting them on blast right now.
Why?
Just a quick statement. Pritchard props were not available. Neither were Grant Williams props. Y'all know they were 100% from three-point land?
Yeah.
7 total made threes between the two of them.
VFL, GBO, B4L.
They know what they're doing. They're not putting players there on purpose that are going to go off.
No.
They know.
They know. They're too freaking smart out there in Las Vegas. Grant had a Giannis stopper type game.
Isn't that crazy to hear? that Grant Williams is stopping Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Dude, my boy said it best. Matt said it best today on the NBA pod. If they officiate Giannis, air quotes, correctly, somebody like Grant, who actually has the size, when a ref looks at it, like you do play circumstantially. When you're gonna call this game like, okay, we know he's a hoss. If he's falling down, it's definitely a charge. So I think they kind of played that in Boston, like, oh, Giannis like doing his lower the shoulder, head down. And I love Giannis because I do when they're not calling it, like he takes that contact better than anybody else in the league. Takes that shoulder, and then he does that slow Euro step, and it's unguardable because you're like, oh my God, this guy's
He's so
7-footer that's so athletic and so strong. And Grant just fell down on a couple of them and got that call. And 2 more of them should have been probably.
Yes. No, probably. It should have.
It should have. And they also, I think they did a really good job adjusting. And you're like, oh yeah, Boston's going to be the best defensive team in the league again.
I love what Boston has done and how they've kind of just reinvigorated themselves with the same pieces, but just added a little sauce here, a little sauce there.
Just tweaks.
Do you think Brad Stevens knew? Like, hey, it's me. It's not them.
Kind of feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he got a little burnt out from coaching. Let me go chill up and.
He does. Does he seem like a
upstairs.
happy person to you guys?
Brad Stevens?
Yeah.
I think the answer you're looking for is no.
He just seems very, I don't know if he's happy, sad, like he just the same monotone, even keel, monotone face. It just seems like, I just need to go quit coaching.
He seems frantic a lot, like a controlled franticness.
I mean, you get so close a couple of times to winning the NCAA tournament. Can't finish the deal. It's tough.
Lost in one of the worst college basketball years of all time. Ugh, Duke won. Gross.
And then that finals against UConn, that was one of the ugliest games I've ever seen.
Dog, I know you got a championship out of that.
That's fine.
That
I'll take the chip.
Ugly.
I'll take the Kemba Walker chip. I'll take it.
I think Butler
chip.
shot 16% or something crazy
Awful.
like that. It was terrible.
I've never seen anything like that.
But hey, championship.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
That's right. All right, let's transition because we only got about 15 minutes left or so. Into you want to continue with the basketball talk and talk some MJ about this whole thing about how good he could have been, or do we not need to talk about that? There's some funny things I wanted to get into. What are we thinking?
Make me laugh.
Make me laugh.
All right.
Give us some jokes. Give me some jokes.
I don't have a lot of jokes for y'all, but there is something funny that I came across on the interwebs earlier on Wednesday. NASA is going to launch naked pictures of humans into space in hoping to attract aliens. How do we feel about that?
Can I create an OnlyFans, and how much do I get paid?
Aliens OnlyFans.
Aliens OnlyFans.
Can y'all imagine?
$20.
Who are they sending? Which naked photos other than us are they sending? Turtle? He's ripped
Turtle.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be an alien out there that's like, Ash, what's up? He's gonna try and holler.
How you doing?
Extraterrestrial.
Definitely just got a hard eye roll.
Hard eye roll.
Like, are we sending Chris Evans? Are we sending Chris Hemsworth?
I mean,
Johnny Depp.
The Rock?
You could send a long line of Chris's, right?
Yeah.
Pine, Evans,
Pratt?
Hemsworth, Pratt.
Rock.
Chris Rock?
Chris Rock is definitely getting sent up space, baby.
By Will Smith? Smack him up there?
Mm.
They don't like Will Smith either.
Dang, man.
Will's going through a tough time, man. I'm not gonna harp. Yeah.
They sent Kate Upton up there.
Yeah, Kate Upton's going up there.
There's so much talent out there.
Minka Kelly.
I mean, you got some Beyonce, right?
Yeah. You can send Beyonce. As long as she ain't singing, you're good.
Do we try to find like mid-90s Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Even now, Jennifer Aniston.
Even now. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Aging like fine wine.
It is incredible.
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely sending Scarlett. You could
Tyra Banks.
or just be like, hey, Marvel cast. Here you go.
Send them.
You guys down to send some pics to aliens?
Y'all travel around space, right?
Yeah. You guys know
You
some people.
encountered some aliens. Go bring them down and see if they're real.
They got email up there? How's this going to work?
How will they be
Dropbox?
compensated for this? The people that send these.
Bitcoin.
No, I mean they're just gonna take like pictures and just send them up. Like I don't think there's no compensation with it.
But like that's their image and likeness. This is their NIL
This
deal.
is not the NCAA. This is not college athletics. It's real life.
College athletics is real life.
No.
And you got to send a wide variety of pictures, I'm sure, You know, aliens are probably just like humans. You got to, they're not everybody.
The angles.
Yeah,
All about the angles.
Yeah, not everybody's going to like the same type of gal or guy. Yeah.
Yeah. There's got to be a wide variety.
Yeah. Got to send a couple short kings up there,
Mhm.
Gotta send some thick brothers up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Always. All right, another non-sports related topic that I wanted to throw at you guys, and I don't know if you get a chance to really look over this, but fascinating movie facts that you had no idea about.
I didn't want to look at this because I wanted you to drop this knowledge on us.
Well, I wanted you to pick your favorite. Like I'm not going to go through every single one. There's some that are dumb, like that I'm not going to go through. But one fact, Megan Fox might be one of the pictures they send up there.
Oh, true.
Yeah, Megan Fox will be up there.
Truth.
The one of my favorites was Michael Bay filmed Megan Fox washing his Ferrari as her audition tape for Transformers. Says you were hired. That's
Just
how
on
she got
spot.
the job. Washing his Ferrari, and you got the job. You were hired. That was one of my favorites. We're letting the guys go through the list here.
I literally am.
It's gonna
Wow.
take a
Steven
minute.
Spielberg turned down directing the Harry Potter movies because there was no challenge.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this is definitely my favorite one. Shout out to the nerds that are listening. The actor who portrayed Gimli in Lord of the Rings is actually 6 foot tall.
6'1", I think it said, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 6'1". So
Yeah.
a little tiny font there.
Yeah.
Tiny font for a tiny man in the movie, but not in real life.
Not in real life, 6'1". That's crazy. How they were able to do that. And speaking of not Lord of the Rings, but Harry Potter, with the money he made from Harry Potter, the film series, Rupert Grint bought an ice cream truck and occasionally drives around English villages handing out free ice cream.
Dang,
What a G.
That'd be a good day.
They're so player.
Yeah.
There's so many
I got
many
money
times.
on money. I'm just going to help the folks out here.
There's so many times like he made like 10 people a day. Like, dang, man, I needed that ice cream that day. Let's see here. Oh, this is what I wanted here. I heard about this when they actually used a real taser in the Hangover scene.
Yeah, this is the one I was going to mention too.
Yeah,
Could y'all imagine?
But they didn't. They didn't use it.
they didn't use it.
No. Warner
Oh,
Brothers
before they
lawyers
developed- yeah,
would not allow them to use the real taser. Liability. Lawsuit stuff.
Okay. So it was not used.
It
not
was not
used. They were
prop.
going to use.
They were going to
thank
use it.
God.
They wanted to use it because they wanted it to be super authentic, but they ended up using a prop and they said, all right, let's see what your acting chops look like. Pretend like you got tased right now.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Zach Galifianakis is so good, man.
Bro.
He's so good. Dude.
I will say I just can't see him in other roles but like that goofiness. Like Due Date. Have y'all seen that movie?
Yes,
It's an extremely good movie, G. You need to check that out. But
it's just him and what's his face?
Robert Downey?
Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert
Yeah,
Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yep,
Really
You
good.
should watch that one.
that's a good one, dude. Have you guys ever seen like Between Two Ferns? His little weird show, dude.
No.
It's just 5 minutes of like that awkward comedy. Like some people are gonna hate it, but it's good.
Hangover is one of my favorite things. I would love a hangover trip with you guys. I think that'd be fun.
Where? To
Vegas. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I need to win some more bets.
Yeah. That's a fact. Maybe you can win some bets while we're there. Pay for the trip.
Maybe. Blackjack tables are there.
I felt good on
Yeah.
a Saturday night and then lost it all next Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
You know?
Tough.
Once you lose on the table twice, you got to get up. That's the rule.
I wish I could stick to that rule.
It's
sure do,
tough.
man.
It's tough.
I sure do. So I'm like, I got it this time, baby.
No, you don't.
I'm so glass half full that's why I have to I couldn't go out there a lot. Where some people are just like, yeah, I'm gonna go every quarter of the year. I'm like, no.
You've never been to Las
Never
Vegas.
been to Las Vegas.
Oh, bro.
Dude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's do some.
I wish I had all the time and the money in the world to do it.
Me too.
It's so much fun because you do it's almost like a concert festival where you're staying up nonstop. You get no sleep, but you have all the energy in the world until you hit that plane ride home.
And it's like, we're out. We're done.
And it hits you.
Done.
You're in that cab or the Uber or we were stupid and bought a limo. And so we're in that limo.
What?
Yeah, we
just
down and back.
It's on the table.
Yeah. Whoops.
Balling.
Weird flex.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no big deal.
Yeah, we bought a limo.
CG's out here balling.
It was a pretty cheap limo.
You saw the limo's a limo. You don't have to. No, don't give me context. Limo's a limo, dog. Limo is a limo.
Yeah, but we definitely weren't as bad as some trips I've heard. Like where people were really attacking that airplane bathroom. That wasn't us. But we all got called out because it was the same flight. Knoxville. They've got that direct flight for Allegiant.
Yeah.
And this lady and her sister went out there. We were all kind of sitting there just like barely making it. Heads are leaning over and she goes, "Oh boy, you guys are a little different on this flight, huh?" And it got like the whole back of the plane laughing because we all, everybody sits in the same seat, same flight, same comeback. Yeah. And they're just like, we're like, a little different. We got ripped at the Ruby Tuesdays in the Knoxville airport before.
It's a good Ruby Tuesday.
It's a good Ruby Tuesday, isn't it?
Not gonna lie.
Man, that's awesome. All right, here's two more that I want to share, and then we'll wrap things up. But the sheet of paper that Jimmy writes on while riding the bus in 8 Mile is the real sheet that Marshall Mathers wrote Lose Yourself on. The sheet of paper sold for $10,000 in an eBay auction.
Wow.
I honestly thought that would go for more. You gotta think, Lose Yourself. We all know it.
Yeah.
We wrapped it on Feel Good Friday once.
And it was so intimate.
It was one of my favorite moments ever.
However, it's like I would expect that to go 250. That's like Tom Brady's last touchdown ball.
Which they voided that sale.
So is it voided?
Yeah. Voided.
So he got his money back.
Yeah.
That's good.
He got his money back. Thank
goodness.
Good.
That's good.
That's pretty shitty if he didn't.
You also saw that tweet, Jalen Ramsey. He was like, "Man, I'm so happy this is not his last
touchdown pass. It's not on me." The last one I wanted to bring up was the chocolate river in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was made from 150,000 gallons of water, real chocolate, and cream. Because of the cream, it began to spoil, and by the end of the filming, it smelled absolutely rancid.
I can only imagine.
Tough decision there to make it out of cream.
Shoo. Ooh-wee. Oh my God.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Oh.
That was an interesting one.
Bro, that is something I would have never guessed in a million years.
That's one of those. They thoroughly regret that decision.
All right, here's another one that I think is just a baller move. Y'all are familiar with Daniel Craig, 007.
My boy.
Mm-hmm.
He personally handpicked Cuban actress Ana del Armas to play Paloma in No Time to Die after working with her on Knives Out. How cool is that? You get to be the star in a movie, and that's his last James Bond I think he did.
Mm-hmm.
And he handpicked the woman that he wanted to co-star with. That's pretty sweet.
Man.
We're not even going to go all through auditions. I want you.
She's going to do it.
Yeah.
Dang.
She's it.
That's 007.
Fire.
That is a 007 move right there.
That's a 007
That is a
move.
00. That's something a real life James Bond would do.
Who's next for James Bond?
Me.
I mean, you got
Greg Larnard. Just got to figure out an English accent.
All right.
Definitely not English. No, I think it was Tom Hardy, and then who plays Superman?
I couldn't tell
I'm
you.
a Marvel guy.
Henry Cavill. Thank you.
Bingo. Turtle coming in clutch.
Was it going to be Idris Elba at one point in time?
He was like, I'm good. And then now there's some
Has
guy.
there ever been a black James Bond?
No.
Bro, I don't think so.
No. Yeah.
You know
we
who
got a
should-
black Captain America. Let's get a black James Bond.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Idris could not have been. It was been the most perfect
Yeah,
role.
perfect.
But I guess
he is English, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now there's some dude that was in.
I'm laughing
You
because
look so tired.
I hate the black Captain America, bro.
Really?
You know why? Because he was Tupac in like a Tupac documentary. And the thing,
You
like,
can't unsee that. now.
every time I can't unsee it. So every time I see black Captain America, I just see I'm motherfucking Tupac.
Tupac, baby. Oh, wow.
Who is the new Captain America? Anthony Mackie.
Anthony
That's
Mackie.
Anthony Mackie. I like Anthony Mackie. I think he's a great actor.
But I see Tupac
can't
every
unsee
time I
Tupac.
see him.
But you always gonna see Tupac.
Dang.
Wow.
It's tough. That's tough. All right, fellas. Well, hey, it's been a fun show. A lot of laughs, a lot of sports talk. It's been good. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Again, Greg Larnard, CG Chase Green, and my boy Malcolm Miggie Harris, aka Hoodie Mello, aka LeBron James. We're out of here. Appreciate you listening. We'll be back next week.
Peace.